Hey, this is Robert at Guzzi Fabrication. Be sure and hit that like and subscribe. Thank you to all of our followers. We're working on a 1971 CUDA. That's the floor out, and that's the floor pan replaced. And what we're going to be working on today is transferring all of the brackets from the old floor pan to the new floor pan. Okay, these are the console and shifter brackets. I don't have the console or the shifter, but these brackets need to be in the correct position. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem when the car's assembled. So let me show you one way that I accomplish this. And that begins by drilling 2 holes completely through each bracket. And we're going to call these reference or locating holes. And the last 2 holes. Now this was a piece that I cut out of the old floor pan, so we want to really trim this thing up. Get all of the excess out of the way. Now those holes are the seatbelt anchor plate hole. And what I'm outlining now in the soapstone are the resistance wells that hold that plate in. And I'm going to make quick work of this and use a plasma cutter. Cut out the resistance wells, and then the plate should be pretty easy to remove. And a couple easy taps and it just falls right off. And now we're going to trim the other side. And we want to make sure we don't cut through the brackets or damage the brackets. And that's the piece we're after. Okay, we're ready for the next step. And the next step is really critical. Okay, now I'm marking some reference lines on the new floor pan. We're going to set that piece over. Now it should be a direct match. And once I have it exactly where I want it, now I'm going to install some sheet metal screws to hold it in place securely. And you can see our seat belt hole is in alignment, and then the 2 marks that I had put on the soapstone. We'll get a closer look at that. So that's a reference, the seat belt hole. Then we look down to make sure that it is level. I'm happy with that. And we're going to add some more reference lines. We're going to add a reference line around the middle shifter bracket. And those are in alignment, so that's a good sign. And our last reference line, the bottom of the front console bracket. And with it secured, we want to drill through the 2 alignment holes that we had pre-drilled in our brackets, in each bracket. Drill through the floor pan. All right. Now it's time to get the brackets off, get them cleaned up, trued up, and we're going to stick them in the Meteor Blaster and then prime them inside and out and get them ready to install. Okay, out of the Media Blaster, and we are installing or applying some primer on the inside and outside. And once that's dried, now we can take each bracket, align up our alignment marks and our reference marks, and it's in the correct orientation and the correct position. And that's pretty much foolproof. And it is a lot easier than cutting each individual bracket off and trying to do this. We have the correct spacing, the correct orientation, and especially without having the shifter in the console to double check, I'm very confident that this is the correct placement. Now what I'm doing, I have a scratch awl, and I'm scratching through the EDP coat so we can get a really nice weld down to bare metal. And we're going to get these welded into place. And we came back and cleaned it up and shot a little more primer on it where we had welded. Yeah, really happy with that. There's not going to be any issues when this car is assembled. And there it is. Hey, and as always, thanks for watching.